I found out that I'd won the Boardman Tasker Prize, I was, of course, deeply honored. I was also stunned. Limits of the Known was the first book I wrote after I got throat cancer, and I was pretty limited in what I could do while I was writing it. And in those circumstances, I had no idea whether the book was any good at all. I mean, an author always feels that way, but this seemed doubly so because of my illness, because of the limitations it meant in even just going to the library to look up sources. But the book came very much from my heart and from a lifetime of thinking about adventure. It's funny that though I never met Peter Boardman or Joe Tasker, I felt a very strong linkage with them. I reviewed Boardman's The Shining Mountain for the American Alpine Journal back in, I think, 1979, and shortly thereafter, he sent me a copy of The Shining Mountain, which I prize today, in which he made a really nice personal inscription thanking me for help and inspiration, for the help and inspiration his books had given him. That shocks me on rereading because it turns out that I'm 7 years older than he would have been. He was born 1950, I in 1943. I'd always thought of us as coevals. But The Shining Mountain struck me as a new kind of literature, an amazing climbing feat told in vivid, interpersonal, dramatic narrative that really brought the characters to life and brought the risks and the rewards of climbing home in a way that I hadn't seen before. Shortly thereafter, I read Joe Tasker's The Savage Arena, and though I never even corresponded with Joe, I was deeply impressed by his book, The Savage Arena, which recounts a number of climbs, including Changabang with Boardman. So I thought these two guys are not only among the best climbers in the world, doing really great things in the big ranges, but they're the avant-garde of a new kind of writing, which perhaps I had something to do with spawning, but they were going at it hard and brilliantly. And then suddenly they were gone when they died on Everest, on the hardest route yet attempted, on the highest mountain in the world. Everybody was shocked, but fortunately the powers that be quickly created the Boardman Tasker Award. That must have been, 35 years ago, but even to find out just this year that Limits of the Known, my book, had been shortlisted for the Boardman Tasker Prize, thrilled me. And yet I didn't think there was a good chance of winning given some of the other wonderful books that were nominated. But it's come to pass, and it means all the more to me now that I know at age 75 and with incurable cancer that there may not be many books I have yet to write. In the course of my career, I've had a number of awards, but none of them means more to me than the Boardman Tasker. So thank you all heartily at the Kendall Festival.